Again! All this sacrifice, she decides to leave you because she needs to discover herself.
Yo, he literally did every...
Yo, is this real? Yo, ain't no way this is real, bro. Chad, is this real? I know I got some people here that like might know Valorant or play Valorant or something like that. I don't know the e-game, the esports community like that. Wow. 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 Dude. Man, that is brutal, bro. That is brutal. Here's a lesson to take away from this. So, let me get an energy drink, bro. I gotta get a caffeine after that one. Holy shit. I'm gonna bring my brother in after this. Use the code below. I got a code with them. I work with Gorilla Mind. Shout out to More Plates, More Dates. Also, if you guys want, you know what? Get for me, kick if we can. Appreciate that greatly. I don't want to turn the Rumble stream off on you. That you guys understand this, because as young men, you guys got to understand that, like, when you're young, right? You're taught from a young age, hey, work really hard, put your time in, put effort in, and you're gonna get back what you put in, right? We were taught that from the day we're little boys. Work super hard, and you'll get what you deserve, right? Now, there's only one endeavor in the male experience where putting more time in is actually counterproductive and hurts you, and this is the pursuit of women. I know what you guys are saying. Whoa, Myron? Yeah. You heard that correctly. There's only one pursuit in the male experience where you put more time and effort in and it actually backfires, and it is the pursuit of women. Okay? And the reason why, guys, is because you must understand that with females, okay, there is no equity of your acts of service. There's no equity there, okay? Like, a lot of guys are used to, I invest my money, I put my time, I put my effort in, I should be able to get something back. That doesn't happen with females, right? Unlike everything else in your life. If you go to school, you put the work in, you go get, you go to med school, you become a doctor, you make that money back, right? You buy real estate, you invest, you make it better, it goes up in value. You're able to get some benefit with it. Women are not like that. You invest your money into a female. Let's say you put it through college. All you've basically done is you've increased her ability to replace you. And she probably will. Okay? The other thing you need to understand, and this is a very ugly reality that you need to understand for all the young guys here, because a lot of you guys are blue pill, let's be honest. A lot of men are blue pill, just like we saw with George Janko. Most men are blue pill, if we're going to be all the way honest. Is women have zero loyalty, and it's built into their DNA. Whoa, what do you say, Myron? Yes, women have zero loyalty. Zero. It goes against their ability to their survival instincts. The reason why women don't have any loyalty, guys, it's very simple. Women don't have the ability to defend themselves via violence against men. I'm going to say that again. Women don't have the ability to actually defend themselves physically from men. So since they can't do that, they must outsource that to another male. Okay? So what's up happening is women don't become loyal to men based on you being good to them. They become loyal to men based on their security needs. Okay? Very important that you guys understand this. This is why women are able to branch and find another guy fast and get over relationship breakups faster than you can. They're designed to do it. They're designed to assimilate to and acquiesce to the strongest men in their environment and do it quickly. Why? Because if you go back thousands of years when humankind wasn't as nice and there were constant wars all over the place and the men were getting killed in battle, the women would be taken as prizes. And guess what? They had to learn real quick how to deal with this new guy. Now, I know that sounds horrible or whatever. It's awful, but this is how the world has been for a very long time. So in order for women to be able to deal with this ugly reality that they really had to submit to the strongest man in their life, they have to be able to quickly move on. It's a survival tactic, bro. It's literally a survival tactic. This is why women yearn for security so much, because of this need for because of this lack of loyalty. You cannot be hypergamous while simultaneously being loyal. It doesn't work. The two counteract each other. The concept of being hypergamous is completely antithetical to being loyal. Why? Because hypergamy, the female mating strategy of dating up and getting a guy that's better than you, conflicts with loyalty. Loyalty is the practice of sticking by somebody when it's not convenient to do so. Very important for you guys to understand this shit. You're not loyal for sticking through when times are good. You're loyal for sticking through when times are bad. A lot of you in the chat. Myron, why do you defend Andrew Tate or, your other friends that get in trouble? Why won't you criticize them? Why won't you talk about them publicly? Blah, blah, blah. Hold your friends accountable publicly. Because I'm not a fat you. I don't need to bash my friends or people that I know, colleagues publicly, for your entertainment. Loyalty isn't tested when times are good. Loyalty is tested when times are bad. And it's actually kind of crazy to me how a lot of people in the chat sometimes will sit there and say, oh, Myron never bashes people, even when they fuck up. Yeah, I'm not going to do that publicly, fat. The fuck? And a lot of you that say that dumb shit, you guys would to have a friend like me. When everybody's kicking you while you're down, I'm not going to jump in and be like, yeah, let me kick you while I'm down too and get some AdSense. Hold you accountable. Get the fuck out of here with that, man. That is a masculine trait, by the way. That is a masculine trait. This is why like Abba are because a tenet of masculinity is being loyal because it's not convenient to do so, and it could put you in a precarious situation. But the reason why it's a masculine trait is because you can defend your ideology via violence. You can defend your loyalty via violence. Women can't do that. So this is why they're inherently not loyal. They can't afford to be loyal because it puts them in danger physically. Men can afford to be loyal because they can fight their way around it. A big part of masculinity is standing by what you say and defending your belief system. Sometimes that means doing it via violence. Every single revolution was fought by men, not women. Okay? So for all you that get mad and say, oh, Myron, you never hold your friends accountable. This is cope, blah, blah, blah in the comments. Why don't you on your friends, blah, blah? Because I'm not a like you. It is a masculine trait to not publicly bash and attack people that you are friends with. You can talk to them to the side. You can criticize them to the side. But out in the public, you stand together as one. When the happened with Fresh and Daisy, a lot of you, why don't you hold Fresh accountable? This is bad. Shut the up. You think I'm going to sit here and kick him while he's down while the entire internet's over here talking shit about him? No. Instead, I said I'm going to go out and defend you publicly. I'm going to present the receipts to do it. I'm going to clear your name, and then we'll talk about this off the side because I lied on him. And to be honest with you guys, this is why a lot of you guys have trouble keeping friends, maintaining friends, having a good circle of guys because you're fucked. You act like women. You have no loyalty. You have no honor. You will sell out your friends because it's hard to do. Even if your friend is wrong, you need to stand by their side. You can tell him he's wrong later. But you want to be the guy where it needs to get done? You just say, What car are we driving? But a lot of you guys don't have that. This is something that I've noticed with a lot of you young guys. You guys on this topic. I'm going to be all the way honest with you guys. You Gen Zers, you born in the late 90s, early 2000s, you guys are with this. It's actually very disappointing. How many of you guys will sell your friends out to clear your own name? Gay. It's really gay. I think I've noticed with a lot of you young guys. There's no code, no honor, no nothing. And when I look at the comment section sometimes, when I'm covering a topic where someone that I know or someone that I get along with is getting some heat, you guys will say, why don't you hold your friend accountable on the internet? Because I'm not a fat like you. That's a female tactic. Women are not expected to be loyal. Men are. Now, going back to this thing with this relationship with this guy, understand that since women are not loyal and they can't be loyal, it goes against their mating strategy. You need to know that the more that you invest, you're basically throwing money out the window a lot of the times. And you must be comfortable with that. Okay? They always tell you, don't lend money to people if you expect it back. Some stupid said talk politics. Yo, shut the fuck up. I'm giving some life advice here. Enjoy the shadow realm, stupid. No, I'm not even going to time this thing out. Yo, ban him permanently, bro. Get the fuck out of here. You can enjoy the shadow realm. I'm not even going to time your dumb ass out. You get banned for forever. Enjoy the shadow realm, bro.
Time to send you.
Dog unit, whatever.
Shadow realm. The future is mine.
You got the full ban. Enjoy the shadow realm. Stupid. Nigga want to sit here and talk about politics, everything else like that. This is some life-saving advice because right now there's probably a guy that has a girl that they're doing everything for that doesn't realize that they need to know what is going on. So anyway, going back to what I was saying, relationships with women are asymmetric in that regard, where what you put in, you need to be prepared to understand that that's not going to give you any real equity. Okay? It's really not. You're only as good as yesterday when it comes to females. This is why I tell you guys up front, don't invest too much. I always tell you guys up front, make her earn it. I always tell you guys, make her invest. Why the fuck do you think I tell you that? Why the fuck do you think I tell you she needs to meet you? She needs to come 75, you do 25. Why do you think I say that? See, everything that I tell you guys, there's a fucking reason why I tell you it. The reason why I tell you guys that women need to invest in a relationship more, the reason why I tell you guys that she needs to do more in the relationship, the reason why I tell you guys she needs to change her validation is because of this dynamic where women are not naturally loyal.
Bomboka!
Do you get that? Since women are not naturally loyal, you must force them to be loyal through acts of service and them actually investing in you, not the other way around. Okay? Hold on one sec, chat. Some dumbass dude in here, verified link in the kick chat. Enjoy the shadow realm, bro.
Time to send you to the shadow realm. The future is mine.
Stupid. He'll sit there and say, yeah, we get it. And then his is getting by now. Fuck up. People in here need to hear this, bro. Just because you know doesn't mean that other people don't. That other people know this. Shut the fuck up. This is life-saving advice. So anyway, I say this all the time, but I'm going to say it again because a lot of you are hard-headed. A lot of you guys, maybe you heard me say it before. Maybe it took you getting burned one time to figure it out. So I'll keep it nice and simple. Women are inherently unloyal because hypergamy in itself is the practice of dating up and finding the best option. In finding that best option, that means that they cannot actually be loyal. So since women have this natural tendency to exercise hypergamy for their security benefits, of course, because they're the weaker gender, the more vulnerable gender, you must manufacture that loyalty. I'm going to say that again. You must manufacture that loyalty from her. How do you manufacture that loyalty? You must make her invest in you more than you invest in her. You must make her work 75% of the way, you do 25. There's no 50-50 here. You guys get that? There's no 50-50. There's no partnership here. It's, I am the man, I am successful, I bring all this to the table, you come 75% of the way, I do 25, because you're getting a deal here. That is the only way you're going to keep women loyal. You must have them invested. You guys get that? They must be invested in a relationship more than you're invested in a relationship. I'm going to say that again for you, retard. She must be invested in a relationship more than you're invested. She must be chasing your validation more than you chase her validation. She must be doing acts of service for you way more than you do for her. This is how you make sure that she stays in line. Since women have a natural proclivity to not be loyal, you must manufacture that loyalty with her following you and her having acts of service towards you. Because here's the problem, as you guys just saw in this horrible story. This guy gave up his career. This guy gave up his blood. This guy gave up his livelihood for this woman, propped her up. And then what did she do? She left. He gave the 75. She gave the 25. And she left. And we really can't be mad at her because she's a woman. And that is their natural behavior. Now, if it was switched around, right? And she was given a 75, he was given a 25, he would more than likely stay. Yeah, he might go another, yeah, he might have a side chick here or whatever, but he's more than likely going to stay. See, us men, we know how to appreciate good treatment from women. But women typically don't know how to appreciate good treatment from men because they get it all the time. Do you guys get that? They get free dinners, they get attention, they get validation all the time. So they don't appreciate it. Men, we have to work for our validation and attention, so we appreciate it. We might have multiple women, whatever, but if a girl does what she's supposed to do, more than likely she's going to be able to stick around. Doesn't work that way with women. And you really can't be mad. Even though the story sucks and it burns to see it, she's being a female. Women are not loyal, and they can't be loyal, and they'll never be loyal, naturally. They just can't. It's against their biology. So you must manufacture that loyalty by creating an environment and enforcing that environment that she must be always chasing your validation that you are the prize. And you only do that by staying on point and being the man. I hope that helps. Take that information and do what you will with it. But that right there, my friends, will probably save your lives because a lot of you guys will sit there and put way too much effort and resources into females. You don't get anything back and end up putting a gun in your mouth and ending it all. So you guys need to know, men and women are not the same. Women are not loyal at all. And they're not designed to be, and they never will be. So the only way that you're going to get them to be loyal is you must make them literally work 75% of the way and you do 25% of the way. You need to have them do everything, bro. They got to do all the validation, all that other shit. That's the only way you keep these loyal, bro. I'm telling y'all, man. Look, I wish it wasn't that way, but that's how it goes. That is literally how it goes. Okay, let's